was very fortunate to be the chosen artist, the first artist in residency here at Eli Whitney Museum in the barn. And there we have a very layered and webbed connection. The materials I work with, being an art educator myself, wanting to be a big part of my community, which I have been, and both Chicago and here in New Haven. And I think Bill and Sally saw the connectivity of a place, a creative place where young people can come and visit occasionally, see how an artist is making a living, how they work, what the space means to them. And also, having had a background in art education, I think that there was a very beautiful connection there. A very beautiful thing being in this space right now is that I've asked the director of the museum, Bill Brown, if I could go into the main barn, which is about 200 years old, and I said, could I go and scavenge in there and find, you know, objects and see whether or not they resonate with me, and then I can make some work. And he said, go ahead. He's been a wonderful supporter of mine. So I went in there, I found this boat, I found, you know, cranks, gears, you know, old leather straps that were used by farm hands that were in here almost 200 years ago. And there was something about the sheer energy or the touching an object that you know has been in other people's hands and not quite knowing what they used it for, but there's kind of a passage of storytelling or of an energy, an ongoing creation, and it felt so truthful and so honest when I was working with it. So I've had a blast making these pieces for the show. What inspires me? People. My community inspires me. Humanity inspires me. Oftentimes people have asked, why does your work have a solemn, kind of sad-like feel to it? And I say, well, it's everything. You know, it's everything what humanity is. It's the beauty, it's the ugly, it's the pain, it's the enjoyment. So oftentimes in my work you'll find an element of struggle, and I find that very inspiring. And this has been a theme that has been consistent in my 20 years of making sculpture. So it's not something that I grabbed onto because it seemed okay at the time. This has been ongoing and has evolved and has matured in the last 20 years. And I feel like I'm still at the beginning, so I'm very excited for the next 20.